I sort of divide food into protein and minerals, which plants draw up out of the soil, and energy, which is basically high energy carbon-carbon bonds that plants create using solar energy and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. And then plants take this solar energy and store it as either carbohydrates or fats, both of which are just strings of high energy carbon bonds. So animals ingest all of this dietary energy, carbs or fats. We ingest protein and minerals, and we incorporate all of this into our bodies. And the problem with the modern food supply is that we've taken a bunch of energy out of food, which is basically refined carbs and refined fats, and we've dumped it into the food supply. And then when you're eating whole foods, you usually get some protein and minerals and some energy at a very nice ratio, right? If you just kill an animal and eat the whole thing, you'll get a lot of protein, you'll get a lot of minerals, and you'll get some fat energy. If, on the other hand, you refine carbs like sugar or flour, and you refine fats like oil, and then you just eat something like a donut, which is just pure refined carbs and refined fats, you've gotten a whole bunch of dietary energy, this high energy carbon bonds, but you have not gotten any protein or minerals. And so that drives overeating, because humans have this incredibly powerful protein satiety drive, and you will eat and eat and eat until you get enough protein, and only then will you stop eating. So when we were hunter-gatherers, you just went out and killed an animal and ate the whole thing, and you maybe found some plant foods and ate those, and you got this very nice combination of protein and minerals, as well as energy, carbs and fats. But in the modern food environment, where 60% of human calories come from wheat, rice, and corn, and these super low protein grains that are very high in carbohydrate, and because we have so many refined carbs and refined fats like sugar, flour, and oil, we're all eating a whole bunch of energy, and then we have to overeat that energy to get enough protein to not be hungry. So, for example, if you're eating a chicken breast, you eat a chicken breast, you get a ton of protein, you're just not that hungry afterwards. But if you're eating, French fries, which are potatoes and oil, and they're maybe 6% protein, you have to massively overeat the carbs and fats from those French fries to get enough protein to not be hungry. You're overeating energy in an attempt to not be hungry. And then we have to store that energy. All of the fat that you eat gets stored in your fat cells. All the carbohydrate you eat displaces fat oxidation and is fat sparing. So one way or another, eating carbs and fats contributes to your fat mass. And then energy toxicity is where you've overexpanded all of your fat cells and you run out of place to put fat inside your body. And that's literally what insulin resistance is. It's running out of places to store fat. And so you have too much triglyceride in your bloodstream, for example, which is fat energy with no place to go. And then eventually, when all the cells in your body are overfilled with fat, your cells start refusing glucose. So now your glucose is too high all the time. And that's what type 2 diabetes is. Type 2 diabetes is literally just end-stage insulin resistance, where all your cells are filled with fat, and now they all refuse glucose as well. And so all this energy just circulates in your bloodstream, glucose and triglycerides, and it has no place to go. And that's energy toxicity, basically, which is my term for metabolic syndrome or insulin resistance or hyperinsulinemia or anything on the type 2 diabetes spectrum.